Hey, what's up, everybody? Cave Sessions here, January 28th. We have Mr. Brandon Elder, live performance and interview. Please stick around.
Chillin' at Cave Sessions.
What is up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in tonight. Cave Sessions. We got Brandon Elder. We're going to get right to that. First of all, we can't really go too far this week without there's been something that's impacted the entire world. The loss of Kobe Bryant and everybody involved in that horrible crash. And the tragedy over in Scottsboro on the docks over there. Scottsboro's like my second home. So our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who's affected by that. I know everyone is in some way. So, just that puts things into perspective, make the most out of every day and, chase your dreams. And we like highlighting dreams here on Cave Sessions. So, Mike Laws, you got anything you want to say about all that?
One of the coaches said competitor ultimate. I love that about him, always pushed it. And his influence you can put into any part of your life, and he should be remembered not only for his basketball, but for many other reasons. So
right, yeah. So Kobe, man. The man.
And we'll get Brandon's thoughts on that during the interview as well. But let's get on to the live performance.
Right on. Without further ado, we have Brandon Elder. And I apologize.
Get him set up. He's going to be performing 3 tracks. The first one is going to be called Paws and Pine Trees.
City lights don't shine as bright as a countryside star. There ain't no moon at night, cause it hides behind that other house in my backyard. Ain't it a shame? It ain't right this way, and maybe I'm to blame. But all I can say is take me back where the fields are green and no cab tractors fill these streets. Never had to pick where we was gonna eat, cause Granny's got it cooking right up the street. And hanging with your buddies on a Friday night, we didn't have much, but we had all night, singing along to every Luke Combs song. Houston, we ain't got no problem at all. It's beautiful, crazy life, man, it's all I need. It's full of potholes and pine trees. There's no place like home, it's what they said. I never knew what they meant until one day found myself all tangled up in the city life. Skyscrapers and neon lights, ain't no dirt road that leads to a fishing hole. Smell honeysuckles every time the wind blows. Saturday night revival song, my front porch singing all night long. This ain't the way it's supposed to be, and I know. And one day I'll make it back to them country roads. So take me back where the fields are green and no cab tractors fill these streets. Never had to pick where we was gonna eat, cause Granny's got it cooking right up the street. And hanging with your buddies on a Friday night, we didn't have much, but we had all night, singing along to every Luke Combs song. Houston, we ain't got no problem at all. This beautiful, crazy life, man, it's all I need. It's full of potholes and pine trees. So take me back where the fields are green and no cab tractors fill these streets. Never had to pick where we was gonna eat, cause Granny's got it cooking right up the street. And hanging with your buddies on a Friday night, we we had all night, singing along to every Luke Combs song. Houston, we ain't got no problem at all. This beautiful, crazy life, man, it's all I need. Full of potholes and pine trees. It's all I need. It's full of potholes and pine trees.
All right, great song. Paws and Pine Trees. Like that. I believe that and the next song will be on his EP, which we will talk about, named Potholes and Pine Trees, not to confuse the song titles in the EP. This next song is the one that went big for him with 1.9 million views, Gone.
I know I can't give you everything that I have anymore. And all that I ever asked was for you to give me everything that you had and no more. 'Cause the days are getting shorter as the nights grow long, and I sit alone all day just writing these songs about the only girl I've ever loved, the only girl I want. But I can't see you anymore, 'cause you're all gone, you're all gone. When I was a young boy, you took me in and loved me as your own. The greatest love that anyone can ever know is the love from a mother's heart. Though we are far apart, I know. As the tears fall on my guitar, I look up at the stars. You are finally home. I know I can't give you everything that I have anymore. And all that I ever asked was for you to give me everything that you had and no more. 'Cause the days are getting shorter as the nights grow long, and I sit alone all day just writing these songs about the only girl I've ever loved, the only girl I want. But I can't see you anymore, 'cause you're all gone, you're all gone. Sometimes I hear you when I sleep. I never wanna wake up from this dream, 'cause I know when I do that you're gone and you're never gonna be with me. I just hope that it's true what they say when you're gone, that you rest in peace. You kept everyone straight. We thought life was a game, and we wouldn't be here today without your strength and your patience, your love and your guidance. Oh, we love you so. But you were finally home, and I know I can't give you everything that I have anymore. And all that I ever asked was for you to give me everything that you had and no more. Oh, we're all gone.
beautiful, man. Beautiful song, beautiful. And we'll talk about the meaning of that. Both of those, I believe, are on your EP, recently out, Potholes and Pine Trees. The next track he elected to play as a sound check for us. He loves it. It's actually untitled, unreleased, new right out of the works, because that's what he's doing this year. No title to this, but first time ever you're going to hear it right here on the show.
Also the first time I've ever played it in front of anybody. So we'll see how it goes.
Two hearts ain't meant to be apart. When both hearts feel the same spark, there's always a bumpy road no matter where you go, but love ain't gotta be that hard. It's a give and take every single day. Right words don't always make it right. Always changing pace, nothing stays the same, but I'm all in on this ride. Can lead along down by the edge of the water, act like fireflies dancing in the dark, or drive 10,000 miles in the wrong direction. As long as I'm where you are, honey, I don't care if we're here or there, South Alabama or Delaware. And it could take a whole lifetime just to get it right, but baby, it's our time. Sure shots are just lost dreams. Fairy tales only happen on TV screens. It's unrealistic to believe in a vision of a happy ever after scene, but that don't change the way I'm feeling. My heart ain't willing, let you go without a fight. So we can lead along down by the edge of the water, act like fireflies dancing in the dark, or drive 10,000 miles in the wrong direction. As long as I'm where you are, honey, I don't care if we're here or there, South Alabama or Delaware. And it could take a whole lifetime just to get it right. And baby, it's our time for chasing them crazy dreams, living out the words in the songs we sing. Ain't no mystery, it's just you and me, and we can do anything. So let's lead along down by the edge of the water, act like fireflies dancing in the dark, or drive 10,000 miles in the wrong direction. Cause I'm right where you are, honey, I don't care if we're here or there, South Alabama or Delaware. And it could take a whole lifetime just to get it right, cause baby, it's our time. Oh, it's our time.
All right, new unreleased, untitled. We'll talk about that. He's got a lot of things he's doing this year. We'll learn a little bit about him and what he's got coming up. Y'all stick around.
Knows, and we could get out right now, windows down, to see where this thing goes. We'll leave this town tonight and everything we got, just for one night. It'll be alright if we take our time to the morning light. We're rocking, rolling, 2 days at a time, and we ain't stopping, keep popping, free beer on ice. It's everything we need to have a good time, all tangled up with your lips on mine. Maybe one thing that just ain't right, we ain't going home tonight. trust in you, all the things you do and the way you move. Let's make a plan, take a chance, we can dance, what do we gotta lose? If we leave this town tonight and everything we got, just for one night, it'll be alright if we take our time to the morning light. We're rocking, rolling, 2 days at a time, and we ain't stopping, keep popping, free beer on ice. It's everything we need to have a good time, all tangled up with your lips on mine. Maybe we're thinking it just ain't right, we ain't going home tonight. Don't worry about a thing, girl, I'll pick you up at 8, girl, and we can do everything we've been thinking about doing since the first time that we met, girl. Just for one night, it'll be alright if we take our time to the morning light. And we'll keep rocking, rolling, 2 days at a time, and we ain't stopping, keep popping, free beer on ice. It's everything we need to have a good time, all tangled up with your lips on mine. Maybe what I'm thinking, it just ain't right, we ain't going home tonight. And we'll keep rocking, rolling, 2 days at a time, and we ain't stopping, keep popping, free beer on ice. It's everything we need to have a good time, all tangled up with your lips on mine. Maybe one thing and it just ain't right, we ain't going home tonight. Whoa, whoa, we ain't going home tonight. Whoa, whoa, we ain't going home tonight.
All right.
Right.
Cave Sessions, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
How are y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Wave, Brandon.
Brandon
Everybody say
Elder.
hello,
What's up, guys?
Brandon.
How are y'all doing?
We appreciate everybody tuning in now and everybody that's going to tune in later. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for a little while. So,
Real quick, can we get your thoughts on Kobe? I know you're an athlete too. We'll talk about. Let's go and get that out of the way and talk about you. I just want your opinion.
Yeah, I mean it's a real tough thing, especially growing up playing a lot of sports, and obviously somebody that me and a bunch of my buddies, looked up to growing up, and basketball was probably one of my favorite sports to play, and so he was definitely a role model for us, on and off the court, and so for, to him and his family, or to his family now, and his daughter, losing their daughter and all that, it's awful, not because he's a basketball legend, but just because in general, it's bad for all the way around.
As a person, and I idoled to me and a lot of us growing up. I mean, I am a Michael Jordan guy.
Yeah.
There was always that talk, but I always respected the man.
well, everyone, and even that thing in Scottsboro, man, our hearts go out to them. But when someone that's touched so many people, not just in this country, but around the world, like that affects everybody. Mm-hmm. There's so many people that, even if you're not a basketball fan,
Yeah.
Kobe's been a part of your life, and you've heard about him for a lot of years. So when someone that significant passes, it always puts things into perspective, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
That's right. What up, Tim Cannon, by the way? Said what up. We always
What
got
up,
to give
Tim?
Tim a shout out.
Yeah, we got to get you back on here soon, man. Tim's one of our first guests, and we're working on that, brother. We got to get you back.
First, why don't you tell people a little bit about your history, your background, how you did sports, how you got into music after that? I found that very interesting.
Where
in
are
a
you
nutshell.
from? Start with there. Where are you from?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm from. I grew up basically in Union Grove my whole life, but I went to Lacey Springs School and then ended up going to Brewer, and then I lived in Arab for a little while, and now I'm here in Huntsville. But yeah, I mean, growing up over there, small town, but now being out here, it's like it's different. You know what I mean? It's different, but it's cool at the same time. But yeah, sports. 5 sports in high school. Played golf in college, and it, sports has always been a big deal to me. And I don't want to go back to the Kobe thing, but that's why it was so hard for us.
That's why I wanted to mention that too. We were all talking about that for the show. Just to date it, today's January 28th. Kobe died on the 26th. For those that watch later, big thing. Basketball, football, baseball, golf.
You had a
I
scholarship.
ran track a
golf,
little.
right?
Yeah.
Multi-athlete.
Free school, man. That's nice.
Yeah. For a little bit, it was cool. It was really
That's
fun.
Sneed, you said?
Sneed State.
Sneed State.
Shout out Sneed State.
Shout out.
Right
Where's Sneed located at, for those who don't know?
That's in Boaz.
Boaz.
That's right. That's right.
So you really weren't even doing music that time, you were telling us.
No, I didn't really start. So I guess I've always kind of, felt like I could sing a little bit since I was like 13 or 14. And then just, in high school, being in the locker room around your friends, and stuff. And, it wasn't like the cool thing to do, singing, because you around all your buddies who are,
Right.
Football stars and basketball stars. So it's not the cool thing to do. But then
The hippest thing.
yeah, right. But then, like my senior year, I just started, singing around in the locker room or singing around in the car with buddies and, just messing around really. And then they're the ones that really kind of started me because they were like, man, you should start singing. And I was like, no, I'm not singing, man. And they were like, no, you really should. So then I was like, well, if I'm going to sing, then I got to learn how to play something, So then that's when I started picking up guitar. And by that time I was graduated, So I didn't start picking up guitar till, 4 years ago.
Wow.
So
I found that pretty amazing to see how far you come. What is your take, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely, man. For someone that didn't, like my son right now, he's a football player and he's got A's and B's. He's not your normal jock. With all this being around him, I kind of hope he gets the music bug at some point.
yeah, for sure.
But it's whatever he wants to do.
Right.
Like, he likes deer hunting and football. That's his thing.
Hey, those are good.
But it's cool, man. Like if you find that gift later on,
Yeah.
God gives us gifts, and we're meant to use them.
Absolutely.
So it's cool. It's cool to see that you're doing something with it,
Yeah.
and chasing your dreams, man. You got to
For
do.
sure.
That's something that the whole Kobe thing really does for me, man. Take time to dance and sing in the shower, and chase your dreams, y'all.
Absolutely.
Like, in some way, you might not be able to be your day job, but in some way, man, you gotta go after it sometimes.
So I guess we all owe a big thank you to those people that finally started to encourage you. And you said, hey, because you wouldn't be here doing what you're doing
for
without
sure,
those.
for
You
sure.
got any names to call out specifically that encouraged you?
A couple of good buddies is one of my real good friends for a long time, Jake Donahue and Alex Vest, John Jay, just a couple of buddies I play basketball, sports with,
actually
basketball,
encouraged you.
football.
It's funny
and
that
stuff like
changes
that.
after high school, college, and later on. It is cool to do the music
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you do because I think you're a great songwriter, a very gifted singer. What did you used to sing back in the day?
So growing up, all my siblings were a lot older than me. So I grew up to like Matchbox 20, like
Yeah, alternative Matchbox 20
alternative
stuff.
Pearl Jam, Limp Bizkit, like
Oh, yeah.
I always listened to country music too, but I really started getting interested in country music as I got a little older. But yeah, growing up, like it was completely different. So.
Yeah. I'm Alice in Chains fan myself.
Oh, yeah.
The harmonies they did.
Yes.
So much good music.
I always
we
tell
will-
people that I like good music. Like
Exactly.
in all
Exactly.
genres, man. And sometimes I lean a little more alternative than anything, but I just like good music. So
Exactly.
there's
Like
some-
if I'm on a
some
road
good
trip
everywhere.
somewhere, man, and if it's 5 hours, it's probably 5 different genres of music get played.
Right.
Like
That's great to hear.
it's so I love all music, good music, exactly like what
Yeah.
you said. If,
Yeah.
if it's a good song, it's a good song. It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter what it is.
It's not the genre so much as who's performing it and what the song
Well,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
just it's good. Well, like I DJ, so I DJ a lot of weddings, and I've DJed events. I did a party for a lady. It was her 50th wedding anniversary, and I know some 50s music, but not a lot. But I pre-listened to a lot of it and could hear the good stuff. I've done that at Mexican restaurants. I don't know a lot of salsa music and different
Right.
things like that. I know some. I know the tracks. I mean, I've been doing this a while, but I can just listen like, oh, that sounds good. It goes with what I'm doing. Let's do
Right.
that. You know, so good music's good music no matter what it is.
Exactly.
Like, it's good. You can tell
Yeah.
it's good when you hear it.
Exactly.
Some songs you got to listen to 2 or 3 times before they
Yeah.
grow on you, but a lot of it, like, as soon as you hear it,
Right.
it's just
That's
bam.
right.
You know, you just feel something when you hear a good song. Like, so.
I believe so
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
I've said it before. Stevie Ray Vaughan said, one of my favorites, music comes from the soul and it goes to the soul. I
Exactly.
think the good stuff. And I feel that in your music, man. When I heard you, I realized I saw you a year ago with the whole American Idol spit. Let's go ahead and dive into that real quick. You told the background story. Your mom actually got you the guitar, who you lost her in 16. That's who the song Gone is about and which you performed. Tell us what made you go on Idol. Was she already gone? 2 years, I take it. Fill us in your perspective. Why'd you decide to go on Idol with that?
Yeah, well, yeah, she did give me that guitar. But honestly, I didn't try to go on Idol. I was supposed to be going. I tried out in Muscle Shoals and at the Hall of Fame, Alabama Music Hall of Fame, and I was just supposed to be going on like a golf trip with my wife's granddad, and because she was like, "Hey, we're going over here and." We're gonna play golf, and I was like, okay, cool. Well, then I wake up the next morning, you know, got like my golf clothes on, and she was like, actually, I signed you up for American Idol. I had no idea. Like, I had no idea at all that I was going out there for that.
Wow.
So I really didn't even. So then, I mean, that's realistically why I played that song. Why I played Gone, was because I was like, well, you know, I was completely shocked by going there. So I was like, all right, well, whatever, we're
Unprepared.
here. So yeah, exactly. Unprepared is a better word. So I was like, well, I'm just going to play something I know I won't forget the words to, you know? And then I tried out with that song, and then
Well, hey, maybe it was meant to be. By the way, anybody that's going to surprise musicians, let them prepare before that. But if you think they maybe won't do it, maybe
it's not
that's
a
the thing to
surprise
do.
then, man.
Shout out to Chris Whitlock. We'll talk about him in a minute. And Charlotte Alexander, by the way, she had mentioned the state that you performed in meant a lot to me. Where was that at? And they shocked you on the golf trip and where they took you? I believe it was Louisiana.
Oh,
she
Louisiana,
said.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if you were talking about Louisiana or if you were talking about L.A., the other L.A.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you something, and I even watched a Betty White documentary the other day. But that state, that uncomfortableness when you're put on the spot, and that everybody gets, you know, when you're going up in front of people, you get that's what just pushes you to excel. So something about that whole process is probably really why that was such a special moment.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the same. It transitions. It's crazy how much that same feeling that you get inside of you, that same feeling you get in sports too. You know, like it's like you're nervous, but you're like pumped at the same time. You know what I mean?
It's adrenaline. It's a natural high that no drug will ever do.
Right.
It's like to tell people I'm on stage. It's just like being in the zone. You can't miss the
Exactly.
three, or there's something about it.
Yeah. Whenever you're using your gift, man, you got to use your gifts, I think, or you're dead inside.
Yeah, exactly.
So whenever you're doing something like that, and you get that nervousness and you push past it, that feeling that you're talking about, like, just it's great.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys YouTube him. The song that we're talking about is Gone, G-O-N-E. It's about his mother. You can watch the American Idol. I think it's got 1.9 million views, just for those of you out there that stuff matters. To us, he's an upcoming artist that needs views on his new stuff. The first two songs.
That's what you're focused on now, right?
Absolutely.
New
like,
music.
Yeah, for sure. Like this year, man, I just want to. I want to mainly just get out and play for the people who want to hear me. Go wherever the people want me to be, and then just put as much music out for those people as I can. You know what I mean? Because without those people, then what do you actually have other than some good songs in your living room? You know, like. So I just want to get out in front of as many people as I can with as much new music as possible. That's my goal for this year. So
You sound just as good as all the other country stuff to me. And I'm not a big country guy. I'm old school country. But man, of all the stuff I hear, I was super shocked when I found out it was you on tonight, because I knew you, but not as good as I thought we did from our history.
Right.
Paul's and Pine Trees and then Gone are the other two you performed. Those are both on the EP.
Right.
Gone is remastered. How many other total tracks do you have on this EP?
Yeah, so there's 5 songs total, and four of them were new. Gone was just a complete recut, and the reason we recut it was just because we rushed it. I mean, we did what we needed to do. You know, we got it out like right after Idol. You know, it needed to be out. People needed to be able to listen to it because so many people felt a connection with it, and they needed to be able to listen to the whole song, not just a verse of it that I got to. You know, the 30 seconds that I got to audition on Idol, you know, so they needed to be able to hear the whole thing. And I just felt like it was one of those songs that people needed to hear. And so we rushed it and we put it out. And, but I think everybody really enjoyed, I think now people that's heard both versions of it, they enjoy both versions for what they are. You know what I mean? Like the first version is just very acoustic, very, very just vulnerable, very like not mixed hardly, you know, and then the new one is more of a full production, and it's crisp, it's got the clean sound to it, and it's really cool to have both of them. But the reason I recut it was just because as much as people needed it, I feel like it was kind of my duty to put out the best version that could be put out of the song too. So that's kind of why we recut it.
Right on.
Well said. I want to compliment you on those moves. I think those are smart. While you're hot, you do need to get something out that people could hear.
Absolutely.
So, and you did the best you could do at the time, and it was that good, vulnerable version. But if, you know, musicians are almost never done with the song. You almost have to say, okay, here it is.
Right.
But if you know it wasn't how you wanted the world to hear it, I think smart move on putting it on your new EP, which right now you can check that out. Potholes and Pine Trees. Potholes, one word, and Pine Trees 2 words, just for those who want to search it. A lot of good stuff on there.
Streaming on Spotify and all that type of stuff?
That's on, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, everything. That's on everything. So YouTube. So go get it.
Yeah, check
That's
that
it.
out,
Go get it.
everybody.
Go get it. Check
that
it out and stream it.
Right after the show's over, go click on that.
Yeah,
That's right. And that's
don't
what he
leave
wants
the
to let
show.
y'all know is he's not only pumping that, he's recording new stuff. Just played a song, Untitled, in here, which I think might be your next big hit or your biggest hit. I like that one.
That may be the next single. What we need to do is take a poll
Right.
on what the title of the song needs to be.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like I said, I just finished that. I actually wrote that song as a real quick song. The best songs that I've wrote so far, I think have been the shortest amount of time it's took me to write. Like Gone, I think I wrote Gone in like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You know,
Yes.
That song I wrote in like 45 minutes. You know, so there's just certain songs that just flow, and I think that's kind of the best ones, the ones that aren't forced. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty. I think, you know, that could very well be my next single that I cut and put out. So
It sounded
I
good
think
to
it
me.
should be. I wrote
Absolutely.
poll title ideas. If y'all got them, y'all comment them on
Yeah,
here. We
yeah.
go back and
Comment
check
on
stuff
the
out.
thread. Go back and listen to that later, and throw in some suggestions on song titles. Absolutely.
yeah, and then we'll just take the best. We'll take like the best two, and we'll just throw them up on social media later and
vote
just
'em out.
Vote them out.
There you go,
Hey, you
man.
could
Here's
be
your
getting
chance. You get involved in the show. Get involved in naming that track with Brandon Elder. Absolutely.
That's right. The chorus. What was one of the chorus lines in there?
Of the new
Of
song.
the new song.
It's like, we can lead along down by the edge of the water, act like fireflies dancing in the dark, or drive 10,000 miles in the wrong direction. As long as I'm where you are, honey, I don't care if we're here or there, South Alabama or Delaware. It could take a whole lifetime just to get it right, but baby, it's our time. That's the chorus.
So you can go hard time or here and there or here or there.
Here or there, fireflies. Heard that in there. That
Hey,
was,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Fireflies.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
That's
that's pretty strong.
Y'all put your vote in. You could title this man's next track.
Let's do it.
What does that EP mean to you and your new music? Are they related?
So the EP. Well, one thing is that, you know, one thing that I'm really proud of is that all the stuff that I've put out, I've been 100% a part of. So that's huge, and really wrote almost all of everything. One of the songs on the new EP I wrote with a guy named Blake Harris. It's actually Jamie Johnson's stage road manager.
Oh, wow.
So me and him write all the time, back and forth. And so he helped me write one of those songs. But yeah, as far as being proud of it, it's just being 100% basically me, and then like as far as going forward, I'm not really. The new stuff's not going to be necessarily related to that EP. And I think I'm going to change strategies a little too. I wanted to put out this EP because I wanted to put out a complete project. A single is a complete project, but you know what I mean, like
I do.
a stretch of songs, And so that's really why I wanted to do that. But now I think I'm going to put out a couple singles. I'm going to put out a single, and then I'm gonna really. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to promote a single, than it is an EP.
Well, I've heard a lot, and especially in the hip hop world, people are instead of releasing full albums, like you said, you want to get as much music out there as possible. People are doing a lot more EPs,
Right.
multiple EPs, just so because in this consumable world we live in, the quicker you can get new music out there, and you can do that through EPs versus full albums. A lot easier.
There's so many people who like it's so at your fingertips now to be able to record and put stuff out, that there's so many people that are doing it, and so it's easy to get lost. So you gotta be on top of it, you gotta keep putting the music out and keep up with your fans and talking to them on a daily basis, and just what do they want, you know what I mean? And then so it's tough now, and then also if you put out a full album, if I'm like, okay, I want to put out as many songs as I can this year. Okay, if I wanted to like start an album, it could take me a year and a half to write an album. You know what I mean?
Exactly. A lot of good things I want to touch on there quickly. First off, shout out to Cody G and Judy Allison, Josh Allison. Judy does a thing called Purple 19. First Monday of every month they meet. Look it up if you're into stuff like this, as far as how to get out there.
That's the music
tactics.
community kind of getting together and sharing their knowledge, trying to help each other out. And Judy does a good job of organizing that. And Judy and Cody just got named. Cody G just got named to the music. What am I trying to say?
They had a specific title for it, but it's basically the board of people that are going to help see the music project go on forward.
Yeah.
I can't remember the official title.
Right.
The new board of music for the city of Huntsville, and there's not any other cities besides like major, maybe like Los Angeles or New York, that have anything even similar to that. So
Correct.
the city of Huntsville's really embraced music, and they are there to work through that vision from the sound diplomacy meetings and the survey that did the next steps that we're supposed to take, and then beyond that, help the municipality take the right steps and hear from the music community about how we feel about it. And so those are your spokespeople, man. If you're in music and man, get in their ear and talk to them. And
Are you familiar with a lot of this, Brandon?
I'm becoming familiar with.
Okay, and we'll quickly just say we have some past shows that we discuss a lot about it. Cody G and Hip Hop Tech and Judy Allison are both on shows that were last year. If you want to research a little more, go watch those shows. But everybody's welcome to come to the first Monday of every month. Correct, Brian?
Music Biz Mondays, first Monday of every month at Yellowhammer over there. So check that out for sure. And just anything, we have a potluck dinner that we are putting together, Cave Sessions, with Save Our Sons Huntsville. So we're doing the very first one. We were supposed to do that back at Christmas. It was going to be a Christmas. So this one, we are also celebrating Black History Month. It is at the Cooper House. You have to RSVP because there's food involved, but it's family friendly. Bring the kids. Bring a dish. It's going to be February 11th at 6 p.m. I believe, or 6:30.
6 or 6:30, February 11th.
We'll throw the flyer. We'll throw the info up there exactly. It's 6 or 6:30 at the Cooper House. Some of my favorite people in the world, Toya and April and Melvin and the Poplas. They are part of Saber Sun Huntsville, a group that I've been a part of a long time, a diversity group. So Huntsville's got a really huge, diverse music scene. So the idea behind this dinner is this is the first one. and maybe quarterly this year we'll have other ones. And the idea is if to bring all genres. For it to be a success, it doesn't matter the amount of people that show up; it's the quality of people. And if I can look out through the room and see it's like Skittles, like all races, all genres. That's the thing, man. All genres. If any genre of music, man, bring your kids. It's a safe place. And let's all get together, because there's no telling when we bring everybody together, and when you break bread with people, you're like family. We bring everybody together like that. There's no telling what projects might be birthed from something like that.
That's right.
And it's just anything that it's great the city's doing what they're doing, but anything we can do grassroots to bring us all together, to work together, to promote this scene, I think is a great thing. So come check us out for that, for sure.
Correct,
It
sir.
is. I actually got it right here.
Info.
Cave Sessions, The Gift of Music, Save Our Sons Huntsville, with songstress Andrea Brown. It's a diversity dinner at the Cooper House, which is 405 Randolph Avenue, Southeast Huntsville, 35801. RSVP if you're coming and how many people and what dish you're bringing at saveoursonshuntsville@gmail.com. And it is at 6:30 p.m. February 11th. So thank you for pulling that up for me, sir.
Very
Appreciate
welcome.
that. Mike Laws on the ready. Mike Laws, I don't know if y'all know, Mike does so much over here to keep us structured, keep a timeline going. He's interacting with you
done
guys.
pretty good.
And he does. Shout out to Mike Laws, man. You're doing good work, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's done pretty good today.
Appreciate- Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, it's very enjoyable, all the people we get to meet. The reason I wanted to bring up Cody G and all that, if you guys don't know, there's a company from England helping Huntsville re-diversify itself as a music city, but not to copy Nashville or Austin, to have its own identity.
Yeah.
Two of our good friends are on the board. Once they leave and do what they did, there's going to be a board ongoing to help it go the way the city wants it to go. So you need to chime in if you want your voice to be heard, so it can go the way we want it to go. Because,
Yeah,
like
there's
many
a-
people say on the show, Huntsville has always had a music scene.
There's a lot of things that came from that. There's trying to do like something like a music library where people that don't have the funds can actually borrow instruments and learn on them and things like checking out a library book. So there's a lot of cool stuff that Sound Diplomacy recommended, and they're trying to see that vision and help create new vision with the city.
That's
and
right.
work with the municipality, but our music scene has a voice, and some people are really sketched out about the government being involved, the municipality being involved in what we're doing. But man, the city's embracing music, and you know, everything's not going to be perfect, but we have a voice, and we have a voice through those amazing music people that are out there, champions for this music community anyways. We
Yes.
have a voice now with the city. So if you want something, if you got a problem and you ain't saying something about it, you know, I mean, you just talking on the internet, what are you doing with your life? I mean, you know, get involved, go to the meetings that come up,
Correct.
and get your voice out there. And if you want to play all these nice new venues, man, get your hustle on and go play as many small venues as you can, and then you'll be ready for the big ones. Right?
And exactly. And the reason I want to dwell on that is I know we have a lot of artists and musicians and songwriters and people that watch the show. So while we're developing, I kind of want to get your take on why you're doing what you're doing, EP and singles. Cody G has won a Grammy, has a song on PlayStation 3, Grand Theft Auto, one of the auto GTA 5, I believe, with hip hop artists. So the guy knows the industry. Go back and watch that Cody G song if you want some info on that. He believes 2 EPs and singles are stronger than albums because it takes so much time to do an album. People are really just downloading music. A lot of times you can even do singles just as much as an E EP.
Well, and the thing is, like when you do an album, you drop singles off the album. So then people only tend to hear the singles, and they don't ever listen to the whole album because there's so much music coming at them from all different directions that they only got time really to focus on that one song.
Right.
You
know?
almost get a bigger response that way.
Yeah. And like
I
you're
agree.
promoting, like most of the time, your single is going to be your title track. Most of the time, not all the time. But then so all those people are going to listen to just that one song.
Right,
Yeah.
missing all your other good music.
Exactly.
What if your whole album is a bunch of singles? That's
Yeah.
what we were falling into. And
Exactly.
my particular band is every song we believe is a strong single.
It's
What do you release? It's better
Yeah.
to release small than
Well,
individual
see, and that's what I'm
singles, right?
saying. That's how I kind of felt with my EP. I felt like everything, as far as production wise, was great, and the songs are pretty good. So I was like, how do you really pick, you know? And but it shows, like once you have like your single, that is the one that's gonna get most viewed most of the time, you know. So
Correct.
and that's just because like it's the title track, it's the one you use to promote, you know, your EP or your album. It's the one that people hear before that it all comes out, you know.
Yeah.
So
People just consume music in a different way. Back in the day, even before your time, we were at Sam Goody and Camelot Music listening to the little listening stations, but you used to listen to a whole album, A side and B side, listen to all the tracks, because you could only get them through a tape deck, or you'd be fast forward and rewinding, and then if you did that too much, it would eat your tape.
Right.
And
Right.
but something cool about, I think, vinyl making the comeback is some young people are now consuming music that way. Again,
Yeah.
you know, listening to the whole album, because and vinyl's huge again, and I think that's something that's really cool, and is kind of preserving that way of consuming music. Even though I know we're talking a lot about most people are going to consume it on their devices and all that, but I just think vinyl's standing strong,
Right.
as you know, that throwback. And the quality, I don't know if you realize this, the quality of an MP3 track has nothing on like a CD or a vinyl.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it
Vinyl
just
is
sounds
the
so
best.
much better. And so get you a record player, listen to his entire EP and entire album, and everyone else in this great music community.
That's right.
All right, I got on soapbox.
Say hey, Tiffany. She's commented a lot on a lot of your music and songs. Say hey, Tiffany.
Hey
You're
Tiffany.
special. I'm sure he's going to go back and read those and enjoy all your comments. She votes for Fireflies, by the way, for the song title. Another big compliment, Tim Cannon, one of our brothers who did our first show, he said he would love to co-write with you if you're interested. That's a big compliment coming from that
be great.
guy. I don't know if you know him. He's from the Muscle Shoals area where a lot of the great accomplished songwriters are.
Tim Cannon lives this dream of doing music full time. A lot of us can't do that. We got to have day jobs. But Tim's one of those guys, man. He's writing music and playing music full time.
He does it.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great dude. We'll definitely have
We
to.
love you, but hate you.
Hey, no.
Because he gets paid in
That's
his
a
hobby,
metal.
and that's all he has to do. Most of us
a
have to
metal
work
guy
another job.
comment right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, he knows me.
Coming from the metal guy.
The bald-headed brethren. So, yeah, I totally agree with you on the EP thing. I think that's wise for you, too, because congratulations, by the way, recently married to Haley and young baby Oakley,
Yes.
and as well living in Huntsville. You might be at a different place you are right now than you were when you wrote that. I think the single move might be very strong for you.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just, you know, it's just smarter in a bunch of different ways, you know. I mean, financially, marketing wise, a bunch of ways.
Bunch of
know.
ways.
It's easier to promote. You don't have to try to promote a whole 5 songs, you know. And unless you got somebody promoting for you, you know, it's hard to promote 5 songs by yourself, you know.
It is.
It's tough.
More time consuming than people
Way.
think. It's a business. Yeah. It's a business. It's a job.
Yeah, it's complicated. Something we've learned from all these meetings is playing music is not just about writing a song, playing a song. It is worse than filing your taxes. It's it's so complicated. There's lawyers and people involved.
Oh,
The
man.
music business
So
is
much.
so complicated. It's not just write a hit and you're good.
Yeah.
It is not that.
Not
at
unless
all.
you're just real lucky, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I saw this thing on Facebook the other day, and it was like music artists in like 1970, be a good singer. Artist in 2019 or 20 now was like, be a photographer, be a marketing major, be a good singer and a songwriter and this and that, you know, because you got to do it all now.
You got to
Because
do it all.
with social media the way it is, you know,
Yeah,
you got to do everything.
Yeah.
There's a whole other side to it when
Yeah.
you're trying to take it serious
Absolutely.
like you are. People just don't get it. So if you're interested in that, Music Biz Mondays by Purple 19, first Monday every month, people come join us. That latest track, I mean, dude, for real, I think that's just as strong as any country single I hear on the radio. My personal opinion, you know,
Yeah,
it's not
man.
my genre
on.
again, but that really is my personal opinion. I really like what you did at Clearwave too, Jeremy Stevens.
Oh,
what was
yeah.
the name of that song?
That was the one we played in the transition, right?
No, that
No,
was
no,
No, it's a different one.
it was White Lines and Taillights.
White Lines and
Yeah,
Taillights. Good
that
song.
Clearwave, yep.
Yep.
So y'all check that out. Y'all YouTube this gentleman. What's the best spot to find you in your EP? You said your EP's everywhere.
Yeah, it's
Where do you release new stuff?
What's your social media handles and all that? Break all that
I
down.
mean, everything is literally Brandon Elder Music. So that's for everything from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that, and then Brandon Elder would be for all the Spotify's, the iTunes, Amazon Music, wherever you get your music, it's gonna be there. So
nice. Heck yeah. Well, is there always at the end of our show we ask a question? If there is something we haven't asked you, something we haven't covered, or something just on your heart, you got anything you'd like to share with us?
I would say so. No, I mean, I think you guys covered everything. You did a great job. The interview was great,
Thank
man.
you.
As far
Thank
as
you.
covering everything.
Right on.
But as far as something I would say, I've got a lot of young following also. So I would just say, like, just whatever you feel like you're good at, do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you think you're good at it, just do it. It doesn't matter what people think about it, or because, like, when I first started singing, I'm sure people thought, oh, this is weird. You know what I mean? Like, this guy was the quarterback, point guard of the basketball team. Like, what does he think he's doing singing? You know what I mean?
He's a rock star.
Like, and so like, whatever you think you're good at, man, whatever you think you got talent in, just do it, and don't let anybody
Absolutely.
tell you any different. That's
Chase
what
your
I would
dreams.
say.
Use your gifts, man.
Don't let
Absolutely.
others sway you. I love that.
And work hard. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, don't make excuses for yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do it the right way. You know what I mean? Do it. Go all in and do it.
And it is a job. Music business is a job.
Yeah.
It's a job you have to work hard at. And I
any-
wasn't joking when I was saying about the taxes. It's a job.
It is. And anything. I mean, I played college sports. That's
Yeah.
a job in itself too. I mean, so whatever you feel like you want to do, you can do it. Especially nowadays,
Yeah.
There's so many things. There's so many
ways to get out.
so many ways to get out, and so many ways to do the things that you want to do.
Yeah, my son plays high school football, and we talk about. He's a great kid. He works hard. He loves it. But I tell him a lot. You got to be a beast right now. This is the hard time in football.
Oh yeah,
Like you're just
Absolutely.
in the gym every day, and that's all you're doing. You're not really
Absolutely.
practicing. But if you're a beast right now, that's when that season rolls around next fall. That's when but you got to be working at it right now. Same thing with your music. You got to be getting in front of people playing. You got to, even if it's like an open mic, go exercise that gift. And whatever your gift is, if it's writing, if it's art, if it's doing hair, whatever it is, there's people that, I saw a Steve Harvey video, the other guy, his guy did nothing but detail cars and was like making $800,000 a year, and his other buddy did nothing but do lawns, but he was good at it and had a huge company with all these trucks. Like, whatever it is, whatever your gift is, go after it. Don't be scared. Working that dead end job. Sometimes you got to have a job to be a musician. Most of us do. That's something that came up in the survey. But even if you can't do what you love every day, do something you love. Chase after some type of dream, man, and life's too short. We know that from Kobe and those all the tragedies that we've been make the most out of every day. That's so I love that was your last thought. That's just perfect, man. And to encourage anybody out there, young, old, man, do something you love.
Yeah.
I agree. Both of you guys gave me goosebumps on that too, because watching all the Kobe stuff, same thing both you guys said. They said, I can't remember who, one of the black dudes, Steve, something that does a lot of the ESPN announcing, I believe said it, but Kobe was such a positive guy. He said, if you came in already with the I can't attitude, he'd say, well, get out and come back in with a different attitude, because first off, you already told yourself you can't. You can do anything.
Right.
And then it's about hard. Everybody just talked about the hard work you put in. It was exactly what both of y'all said. Yeah. Have a positive attitude. Chase your dreams. Don't listen to the negativity of others. But realize it might be hard work and be willing to put that work in.
Yeah.
Right on.
You can't never give up on anything because somebody else tells you to. If you're going to give up on it, at least give up on it because it's you want to. You know what I mean? Not because somebody else is telling you to.
Yeah.
Right on.
So.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your gift with us and being on the show. And man, I've really enjoyed it. So thank you so much. To everybody out there, We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And we hope you have a good week, and we'll see you back. Cave Sessions, y'all. That's a wrap.
That's right.